Alright, we're live apparently. So, welcome to a Star Trek game after these 5 million Star Wars games that we have. Alright, we're just gonna go into it. I'm gonna play on easy and we're trying to go fast. Alright, and 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so this is Star Trek Voyager Elite Force. And I might actually crash the game, like, right now. Oops. It's like a very common crash, and you can wait for 5 seconds to avoid it. Yeah, I got it there, alright. So, gotta restart the game real quick. So yeah, I just wanted to show that this happens basically every time. So what I'm gonna do now instead is wait 5 seconds here. And then it shouldn't crash. Okay, there we go. So going through that hole is kind of a skip. You're supposed to get down an elevator. And that saves, yeah, a pretty good amount of seconds. So in these tubes I can wall strafe, so I can press the strafe button to go a bit faster. And also I could skip some fall damage right there by crouching right when I hit the ground. Oops, that shot was awful. Okay, so I have to hit this console. That was pretty nice. It's kind of hard to hit it sometimes, because like you want to hit it in the air to go right through it again. Alright, coming up are a couple of skips, and well, you won't even see them probably because it's so fast. So this is usually supposed to fall down, and you're not supposed to get over it. Also, you're not supposed to jump over this, and then you're not supposed to jump over this. So that just pretty much skipped the entire level. And it was found by Reaver, who is like a guy who found some strats and did some segmented runs on the SDA forums for this game. You can also skip these cinematics with the button skip, but it takes a while for it to actually register. So you're noticing how I'm strafe jumping all the time. This is because the game is based on the Quake 3 engine, and in fact it's kind of a predecessor to the Jedi Knight 2 and 3 games, because it's made by Raven Software as well, and you can definitely see the similarities. So like Jedi Outcast, for example, the movement is really similar to this game, and it came out earlier, so they seem to have used this engine for the Outcast engine there. Also, I just let one of my teammates die. That's gonna be kind of a thing during the run. So, yeah. Kinda have to do that if we want to go fast, which is kinda sad, but anyway. Alright, you have to deactivate the warp core, and it's kinda timed. You have 30 seconds to do it, which is not gonna bother me that much, because I already did it. Alright. So this is like an intruder section where there are people trying to steal our supplies, and I'm trying to get a barrel boost here to avoid using an elevator. Yeah, I can do it off this barrel, and it skips going using an elevator to do that. So I have to kill all of these people to go on, and the fastest way is to just use the secondary fire of this weapon and just snipe them from far away. I'm gonna get some ammo for the next part, because I have to shoot a couple more guys. You can get like a jumping sequence here. It doesn't really save time, but it's a bit cool, and you're in a pretty good position to shoot the guys. Alright, yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Oh, this guy's spawning here, that guy's spawning there. Now there will be some more guys spawning all over the place. It's kinda random, which sucks, but that's it. Alright, that's pretty good. Also, right on with the ammo. Okay, so this is the first kinda pre-mission pre-mission map, so you're like on the Voyager and you're mostly talking to your teammates. You might have noticed already that some of these guys aren't saying stuff, and that is because, so if you play this game without headphones, it won't recognize an audio output and it will not play any of the sounds. So by doing that you can skip every dialogue in the game. Now, because you would have to well, basically play the game completely without audio, and that really would suck, because it would be absolutely boring. What I do instead is I delete the files that would give me the same as the sound glitch would do. So usually I have deleted even more files, so that it's really exactly like the sound glitch is. But for the shots fired marathon I let some more in to have a bit more atmosphere. Basically, yeah, you have some nice mirror here. You can look how we actually look like. This is our face. We're called Ensign Monroe, and that's some guy of the Hazard team, which is apparently the elite force. I have no idea why they didn't just call the game Hazard team, but yeah, whatever. Oh yeah, there's also a nice leaning function in this game, so you can like lean this way. And it looks pretty stupid. It's also the same in Jedi Knight 2, by the way. Like there are like a lot of similarities. Oh yeah, also to the movement. It's based on the Quake 3 engine, but it's pretty modified because you have a lot more air control than you would have in the plain Quake 3 engine. So, well, yeah, that allows you to do a couple more yeah, basically jumping sequences. Like you have more flexibility to do stuff. Yeah, I have to wait here a couple of times, despite them not talking. Like, if I wouldn't use the sound glitch here, then this would take even longer, because they would be talking a lot. Also, this fighting sequence is timed, so I can't really lose any time here. I'm just trying to shoot these guys as best as possible, but it really doesn't matter. Like, I could be running in circles and it would be the same time. I think it's like 30 seconds or something, but these guys just keep spawning in a wave, and that's it. And they just despawn after that. If I wouldn't shoot them, that is. Okay, that's it, I think, yeah. Right, gonna wait for this guy to open me this door, which will be kind of a thing during the game, which in some parts really makes this annoying to play as a speed game, because you have to wait for your teammates, but more to that later. Well, those guys were blocking me quite hard. Yeah, so those are teleporters in, on this ship. And there's like a console here that I have to press, and it's the most annoying console in the game because you have to be like directly in front of it. I had so many runs where I like was sure that I hit the thing, but I actually didn't, because you have to be really precise in front of it. So here's another skip that I'm gonna try. Yeah, that worked really well. So that skip's going around the walkway, basically. Can be kinda tricky, because you like slip off to the sides pretty easily. Yeah, also this room is usually full of enemies, but I shot a lot of those spawners that you saw. And if you shoot them fast enough, then you can skip most of the enemies in that room. Then I only had to shoot like the two guys that spawned right at the beginning. And that saves a huge amount of time as well. And these consoles, for example, are a lot more forgiving if you're not right in front of them. I have no idea why they are different. Like, why would you not have the exact same thing going? It doesn't make much sense to me. Yeah, I'm just waiting for this guy to open the door for me again, and then we can continue. So right after this, there's gonna be this huge room here, and again I have to kill all the things in here. And I only have to kill the guys that actually spawn in this room. I don't have to kill those that come from the hallway. But it's kind of hard to keep track of that sometimes, so... Yeah, exactly, I have no idea. Yeah, it's probably that guy, okay. Like, sometimes you don't know who came from the hallway and who didn't. Alright, that's another skip that you can do. It's kind of precise to shoot it around the corner like that. But... yeah, it skips like going into an elevator, into a transporter and doing it that way. Okay, that was pretty good. Like, those are actually mines. If you hit them, then you get some damage. You can see. So, there's like a scripted thing here where a teleporter gets shot by my teammate. And yeah, that's why I have to like do this stuff, like backtrack and lure these fireflies who can repair things to this teleporter, which is like the casual way of doing things. You could skip this, or like you can skip that by killing your teammate and then quick saving and quick loading so you don't get punished. But the problem is that then your teammate won't be around to open this force field. So you can't go on after that. Also, yeah, I got stuck there, which sucks. You're not supposed to get through the first time it opens, basically. So you sometimes get stuck for some reason. Don't really see why. Also, that thing I skipped there is kind of a small puzzle where you have to use the fireflies again if you play it casually, but if you're fast enough, you can just get across the first try. Like, without using the fireflies, I mean. Or like, luring them away. Alright, another force field, and we have to wait for our teammate. Like I said, it's gonna be a thing. Okay, now there's another Voyager section, so we're gonna be talking to our teammates. Also here, you can see another side effect of the sound glitch, which is that these guys can slide around, which is pretty funny, and like I assume that they do that because the animations are kind of based off of their speech or what they say, basically, and because those sounds are not playing. It kind of gets screwed up and they do weird animations that they shouldn't be. Right, I went into that room just to hit a trigger. So that these guys are here and then I can talk to them. Well, talk. Not really, but you get it. And then we're gonna get to the mission briefing. And already on to the next mission. Well, we have to get the shuttle started first, which yeah, there's one guy of the crew who's trying to do that. He's down there and we're actually letting him die right now, so that's the second guy of the crew that's dead because we didn't help him, because we're just hungry for the time. Pretty rude, to be honest. But yeah, what you gonna do? Alright, so this is a stealth mission, which I'm not really too worried about, so I'm really not gonna care too much. And my boss, who's talking at the top right now, is kinda annoyed by that, but yeah, whatever. Oh, whoops. Oh my god, what is this? Alright, finally. Yeah, those crates are kinda weird sometimes. And you can slide off of in all directions. Yeah, also this is like the narrowest ship of them all, so movement is kinda hard, But it's also kind of fun, I think. Like, it's a challenge to get this smoothly with all the things around. Pretty annoying is also like the slopes on these doors, because it's sometimes hard to get through them, because if you're like off, then you will slide from one side to the other on those slopes. Oh, whoops. Hello? Okay, so there's another skip here that you can do. I hope I'm getting it here. Alright, yeah. So there's a guy coming out of the door, and you're not supposed to get through the door, but if you take the way that I just took enough fast, then you can get through it. You're usually supposed to like hit a console, do stuff, and kill 3 of those Klingons first. Right, so these guys are kinda annoying. Well, also kinda not annoying, because they're pretty easy to kill. But they're always in those tube things, and they can mess you up sometimes. Also, that jump I just did, which seems like it was maybe even intended, it isn't intended. It kinda skips the whole map there. Like, you're supposed to do this a lot differently than what I just did. I have no idea how they thought that you couldn't do that jump in the Quick 3 engine like these. Wasn't that obvious? Alright, so there's also kind of a raiding function in this mission. So when you were sneaky, you will save one of your teammates. And I will actually get that one. So despite me jumping around like a bunny, the game says, oh, you did really well and did this really sneakily, and we will reward you by letting your enemy say your crew member alive. So that's pretty nice of the game, I think. So that's like, what, 2 for 1 now, I think? Yeah. Let 2 people die and 1 survived. But I'm gonna shoot a grenade here. Oops, to get these guys kinda out of the way. Didn't really work that well. Yeah. Also the grenade launcher is like the best weapon in the game probably, because it has like a really good fire rate and also really good damage. So I'm gonna use it a lot for, well, actual enemies, like not these guys, for example. Alright, so I can drop down here instead of taking the ladder, which is like a couple of seconds faster. And then for this section I'm just gonna do it casually, which is like stunning this doctor to free your crew member. Because it's just the fastest way. You could start shooting with all of the people on this level, but shooting them all would be too long. Because you can skip the cutscene, so it doesn't really matter. I have to kill these 4 guys here, which sometimes isn't as easy as it sounds, because they like to jump around. Yeah, alright, there we go. So yeah, it's just 1-hit kill with a grenade launcher, so it's kinda helpful. But it flies in an arc, so you always have to be aware of that. Alright, so this is the first boss fight, and it's a pretty intense one, as you will see soon. Oh yeah, also here's like the other thing where the game rates how you did in the mission, and like if you did well, he will say, oh, what a clever prey or something like that, and if you didn't, he will just say it was an easy hunt or something like that. Yeah, so this guy, you have to hit him 8 times, I think. I don't know, it doesn't really matter. But you have to hit him a certain amount of times, and it doesn't matter with which weapon, so I'm just gonna use the weakest one. And you can't hit him while he has this gold armor. But he will just keep shooting you when, like, you let him target you, and then you jump under this, and then we'll just keep shooting. So yeah, he's not the most clever AI that we have here. And it's like the most boring boss fight I've ever seen. But hey, we get his weapon, which is nice. This weapon is pretty good. Has a really nice fire range, fire rate I mean. And then also the projectiles are repelling, as you can see. So this will be useful in a couple of missions coming up. Alright, so they are burning through this door right now. And I'm just gonna go to the end of the level. But hopefully not getting stuck in this clusterfuck. Alright. Kinda like that. Alright. Okay, so we're into another Voyager section. So, just gonna talk to a couple of guys. And this is like the longest one, because you have like 2 rooms where your teammates are in. And so what I'm gonna do is just cycle between those to just trigger the next part of the conversation and then go to the next room and repeat that. And talk to that guy. And this guy will turn his head around. I'm gonna talk to these again. And then there's also another room which I have to go in. Because this guy also wants to talk a bit. Alright. And then I'm gonna talk to each of these individually, and then we are done. Hey. Enough talking for my taste. Alright, now things might start to fall down, because this is like the first mission where you actually have the teammates around you all the time, and they will annoy you. Always. Okay, that was absolutely horrible, and I'm not gonna do it because that might softlock the game. Alright, this should be better. So the idea is to go fast, but also get your teammates to follow you. Alright, that's 1. That's 2. Alright, I only need these 2 here. The others will follow eventually, and I don't really need them. But I need these 2 to trigger the following events, so that's good. And at first I didn't hit the force field the first time and shot it afterwards. They probably wouldn't have followed, or like be really slow, or even softlock the game. It's just stuff that they like to do. Okay, gotta be careful with not softlocking this. Alright, looking good I think. Yeah, this is alright. Chang is like still behind, which is one guy I need to go on, but at least this shouldn't be a softlock. Alright, there is. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty slow, because he was pretty far away and he has to walk here and then say something. It's just scripted that way. But at least no softlock. That's at least something. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna clear a couple of those guys so that the teammates will be following. And then there's a fight here. Well, they didn't really think that this would be that fast, so the game developers think this is still going on pretty much, or the game thinks this fight is still going on. And this guy is supposed to take a shot here, and I can't shoot this guy now, I just kind of shoot after he got hit. He will be beamed back. And he's actually not dead, so that doesn't count for the list of dying crew members. Oh, but I've got one guy that we actually killed right now. So where those yellow force fields were and where I had to wait for Chang to follow me, you can decide to save Foster there. But I didn't, because that would lose time obviously. And yeah, he is also like the actual leader of the team, so I mean, why would I save him if I can be the leader if he's not around anymore, right? Well, technically he isn't dead yet, because he got assimilated by the Borg, if you're familiar with this series. Yeah, also for this section, so I would just waited for my teammates to kind of fail holding off the Borg, so that they fall back, because this triggers the second part of the fight. And in this, there will be enemies teleporting in, like that. What is going on? Okay, I think it's fine. Yeah, exactly. There will be enemies porting in, and you only have to kill those to actually go on with the game. Like, if you play this casually, you will be fighting all of the Borgs that come from the corridor, and you will think like, holy hell, why is this not ending? Because you don't know about the thing where you just have to kill those that actually beam in. Right, this is the first usage. Okay, there we go. First usage of the repelling projectiles, because you can shoot around the corner with it pretty much. So I didn't have to go into the tube all the way, and I could just shoot the distribution node around the corner. There will be another time where I will do the same thing. Right, I gotta kill some Borg here. Oops. Oh my god, what is this aim? Okay, here we go. Just gonna plant some grenades for them. This is a nice surprise. Alright, and the game didn't crash. Sometimes when you skip that cutscene, the game will crash. Oh yeah, that's like the second time you can use the repelling projectiles. Where it's actually like intended as well. Like you cannot get past it without using this weapon. Oh, you can do it with the grenade launcher actually as well, but this is a bit faster. Alright, here I'm gonna make sure to babysit my team again, because they have to ride on an elevator with me, and if I would be just going ahead and not killing any of these, they would not be following at all, so I'm gonna make sure that they have a nice clean way. Alright, that's okay. And yes, same thing for this level, there's like another episode, another elevator here. That I'm gonna have to take. Alright. Is there still one guy? Oh. Alright. Here we go. And this is like the last usage, or the 7th usage of the repelling things. Yeah. Like there was a force field usually there, but I could skip that by shooting that around the corner. So usually you would have to get into the tube again, which would be a bit slower. Alright, now the game is gonna turn kind of into a hack and slay game. Because you have to kill a lot of these guys, like zombie-like guys. In the series they're called Species 8472. And who knows, the series might be kinda annoyed by this level, because those guys are actually really intelligent in the series, so like really intelligent, and one of these pieces, one of these things would rip you to pieces, so yeah, I have no idea why they made this level so ridiculous with way too many of these guys. I mean, it's kinda okay in its own sense, but if you know the series, you might be a bit upset about that. It's not really what you would expect from these guys. And yeah, again, I have to take an elevator at the end of this, so gotta wait for my teammates. And therefore I'm fighting all of these. Like, if my teammates wouldn't be around, then I could just take the elevator alone. Then I could just skip all of this. I wouldn't have to kill a single of these guys. Well, maybe one or two, because they were blocking me, but other than that, you could just go straight here. Alright, is everyone here? I think so. Yeah, that guy's the best when you're standing in his way. Alright, that was pretty good. So there will be another boss fight here. Well, kind of boss fight, I don't know. I guess you can call it like that. And it's actually gonna be the guy that we didn't save earlier. So our boss. So I guess technically it's a boss guy, boss fight. Alright, yeah, that's the guy with the red shirt right here. And he got assimilated, so he's not really human anymore. So unfortunately I gotta kill him. So that's like the third crew member that we killed right now. Not really good stat. Alright, so I have to go into the holodeck right now, which, like, you have a holodeck mission in pretty much every Voyager section, but this is like the only one that you actually have to do. Well, you don't really have to do it, because you can just go into it and then leave it right away, so yeah. That was fun. And then we're gonna talk quite a bit to our team again, because why not? Oh yeah, that's also my quarter, but I'm not really interested in looking into it right now. Because it's enough if you just hit the trigger that's like in front of it. Oh yeah, here we have to, well, Neelix, which is that guy, has to talk to pretty much everyone here. So I'm gonna try to make him go where I want to. Well, which is directly to the guys. And then we're gonna have to talk to a couple of people as well. Alright. And then Chang is the last guy who we will be talking to. Eventually. Alright, and then things are being triggered. Alright. So now we're preparing for the next mission. And one thing you want to do here is don't forget your helmet. Because if you do, you will be pretty stupidly standing and raging about a softlock. And then you notice, oh whoops, I forgot my helmet. So always get your helmet. It's important. Here we go. Like, it's an actual objective. Grab your helmet from your locker. If you don't do that, then things are not gonna continue, and you will wonder why. Trust me, it's happened to me. More than once as well. Which is pretty stupid, but hey. Oh yeah, we look pretty sexy in a helmet, by the way. Don't you think? Alright. Let's go for the next mission. Oh yeah, also some kind of background for the next mission. So, there's a harvester ship who's approaching Voyager, and it's like a ship that rips other ships apart. So we're kinda in a hurry. We're beaming onto a ship that's like basically a weapon, and we want to shoot with this weapon onto the harvester ship. So really we are in a pretty... we're pretty much in a hurry. But I think I'm the only one who gets this memo, because these guys are really not that fast. You know what I mean? So yeah. Also, this is a low gravity section, so you can do, I don't know, interesting jumps, I guess. You have to like hit this console right now. If only these guys would be a bit faster. I could have done that way earlier, but no. But it gets better than this, because... hello? Where are they? Alright. They're following, I guess? Jesus, are they slow. There's one missing. I hope he's coming soon. Is this a soft lock? Or will this work? I don't know. Well, we will try. Whatever. Alright, let's see. Oh yeah, also, again, we are in a hurry. How would you go on an elevator when you are in a hurry as a team? Of course, you go one by one. So, I mean, I guess the developers wanted to do this so that the AI doesn't... okay, there she is. So that the AI doesn't block each other and soft lock the game, but it's kind of stupid for a mission like this. So yeah, that's like really sad. It would be a lot cooler if, well, either do this mission so that you're not really in a hurry and like make it a mysterious mission or whatever, or like try to fix this and make them go fast. And this is not the last elevator like this, so get hyped for second elevator. Gonna come up soon. Alright, but first we can do some stuff, finally, again. Which is go into these tubes here. Shoot that thing. Whoops. Oh my god. Alright, so we have to like shoot something here with a laser, which is blocking the door. And we have these control consoles for this, and as you can see I'm hitting both at once, like two things at once, and it doesn't actually do what you think it would do, which is do both of them. And what it does is it does the left of the buttons that I press twice. So doing it that way I can actually do it twice as fast as I would if I would just be hitting one button at once. Alright, here's the second elevator, so that's gonna be great. Oh, what are they doing? Alright, I think it's fine. Yeah. Because that's the other thing, even with these slow walking people, this can still soft lock. Like, I had a couple of runs soft locking to this part where people could not continue anymore. And that although they are really slowly going from one to the other. Yeah, this is pretty great. Like, and this is like, you might think, oh, because of the sound glitch you're not hearing things, but no one's saying anything. Even if you have all the sounds activated, no one's saying anything. So as a casual, you're just raiding around here. Which is kind of stupid. So yeah, that and the Species 8472 thing are kind of my critique points on this game. Other than that, I really like it a lot. Hello? Okay. So we're gonna fight a couple of guys here. And this fight is actually quite awkward. Because these guys like to dodge everything that you can. And also the thing is that it's not enough to hit them like slightly with a grenade, but will only bounce them to the left or to the right. Which kinda sucks, because if you like shoot the second grenade for shooting the next guy, but your previous one boosted him to the left, then you will not hit anymore, obviously. Which is kinda sad. Alright, we're at the bridge now of this thing. So what we want to do now is shoot at the harvester ship that's approaching Voyager, but now we notice, oh, it's kinda out of function. Well, who's gonna fix it? We're gonna fix it, of course. But we will leave like 3 of our teammates behind, so that's kinda nice. So no more elevators with 7 guys on them. Alright, let's go.
Mr. Monroe, what's your status? This ship is as dead as we thought. There were no indications of such a defense system here. They must be controlled from a different part of the ship.
Alright, that should be good.
Agreed. Out.
Alright, just have to get my two teammates here now. Hello? I think they're coming. Yeah, there they are. Alright guys, and they're actually walking quite fast. Which is nice for a change. Alright. Next level. So in the next level there's kind of a boss fight. Well, kind of. It's like one of these robots, but this time with like an armor. Oops, did we even have these robots yet? I don't think we had. Oops. Nice spoiler. Alright, so this robot right here is kind of, I don't know. He takes more shots than the usual robots we will see later on, but he's still pretty he still gets down pretty quickly with the grenade launcher, because it's just too good. Oh, whoops. Alright. So we pick up another weapon here, which it's not that useful, because the thing with the reflective projectiles is more useful than that one, but I'm gonna use it like once or twice and some other levels, because it's pretty useful if you have like a lot of enemies in one place close to you. Alright, one of them is following. Okay, there's the other one. And on to the next map. After this stairway. This looks like reminds me a bit of Stargate, if you saw that on the right ring of the stream. Also kind of on of the Death Star, Star Wars, where there's like beam going through or whatever. Alright, so in this map I'm actually not gonna care about my teammates not following at first, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do something while they're getting to where I want them to go. So I'm kinda using the time that they will take to get here. So I will use this one, which lowers this platform, and this makes them go onto that platform. Now while they are doing that, I will actually do a skip here. Oh shit. Oh, hello? Ah shit. Alright, there we go. And activate that console, which, like, I was at the end of the level basically, and I'm opening a door at the end of the level, and usually you will have to wait for that one. So I just skipped like 10 seconds that I would usually have to wait at the end. Also, he is kinda doing weird things. Did I softlock the game? I think I did. Alright, I'm gonna have to kill myself or him. Doesn't matter. Ah, this is great. What did I quick save? Okay, this is the auto save. Yeah, that's good. Alright. Well, we're gonna do it again. So, because I wasn't fast enough with doing the thing, I actually softlocked. Because he's supposed to, like, open the door. And he didn't anymore. But yeah, I was explaining, he was lying on the ground because he's like stuck in an explosion animation. And because I'm doing this stuff, he gets stuck in that animation, so he is still kind of lying on the ground. Alright, this should be better. Also, the other guy was dead last time. Let's see if he's dead again. Maybe he's not, but he might be. Alright, they're both alive this time, and now you can see it even better. They're crawling around on the floor, which is pretty interesting. Yeah, last time this guy died, so... Alright, so we're not at 4, we're at 3 now. We got like didn't get the soft lock, then we actually would have lost 4 crew members right now. Right, just gonna kill these things so that they will follow me. I mean, it wouldn't have been an Elite Force run without a soft lock anyways, so that's kinda good. Alright, so this is the door that I opened earlier. So yeah, by opening this earlier, I skipped some time because it takes like 10 seconds to hit the button and only then the door will open. Also like how they are hovering around on that elevator. Alright, so... Oops, what is happening? This is the last map of this ship. And here's another skip I can do, which is... I'll try to get this robot onto this elevator. That worked nicely. And now there's some rods here that are supposed to stop you from getting over this bridge. But what you can do is jump under it. And as soon as the robot gets contact with the rods, he will take the damage that usually you're supposed to get. So you can just get through, because you will not be taking the damage anymore, but the robot will. So it seems like it's kind of programmed that only one entity can get damage from those rods. It's pretty nice. So in this section I'm just destroying all these things to deactivate the force fields so that I can go on. And then we go to the end of level. So we're finally shooting the weapon now. I can actually show this maybe. Kinda cool cinema. Yeah. So that's like the ship we were just on, and it's gonna hit the harvester thing. It's already at Voyager. Alright. Now speedrunning again. So I didn't hit it fully, so the harvest is actually still going for our ship, which is not that nice. So we'll have to defend them, well, kill them basically. So this guy actually runs pretty fast. I wish he was on the last mission, but anyway. Dude, it's just getting blocked by the other guys, of course. So they don't seem to like speed. Right, so here I'm gonna kill all of these things, and then the door should open, alright. And then there's another pretty cool skip here, which you actually have to do if you're doing the sound glitch, because the elevator will be bugged out. Alright, that was really close. So the idea is to jump over the thing, shoot it, like over the barrel, shoot it, and then boost off of it. Also there was like my teammate who was supposed to be helping me, but he was invisible because, well, basically they didn't think that you could see him that early on the map, so he was still invisible for some reason. And usually you have to fight like a ton of enemies in that section, so that really skips quite a lot. Also you can get across this kind of puzzle, platform puzzle, with 3 strafe jumps or something. You just have to be careful that you wait a bit at the beginning, which I did, so that your enemies, your teammates don't get softlock, which they actually did. Alright, we're gonna do this again then. So yeah, you gotta be careful that you wait a bit for your teammates. There we go. Then you can skip this with like 3 strafe jumps. Then you hit the console, and this should be it now. So yeah, I don't know why, but if you hit this earlier than, well, earlier than when they are close to a point up there, just softlock and not do anything anymore, which is kind of sad. But hey, that's how it is. Also, yeah, this is the last mission of this game, and it's a pretty cool one because you're not relying on your teammates that much, only in like the next map. So yeah, in this map you will have to kind of babysit your teammates again. Look for them, that they are following you properly. So what I'm gonna do for this next section is I'm gonna try to find a good balance between being fast and also killing a couple of those enemies so that my team is following. Alright, one is already following pretty well. Let's see how those other guys are doing. Alright, there's another one. Where's the third? Hello, where are you? Oh, there she is. Alright. Out of my way. Yeah. Alright, dude. Okay, so can collect this stuff here. And then go on. And coming up is like a really big fight. And like casually you might think it's like the last fight, because it's pretty hard to do casually. You can kind of get overwhelmed by all the enemies swarming at you. It's like a really long fight most of the time. So that guy will close the door right now, hopefully. If he doesn't, then... oh, this is not looking good at all. Okay, there we go. She closed it. So yeah, you can also have a soft lock where he's not closing the door, and then things will not progress either. Ah, whoops. Oh, I'm taking quite a lot of damage. Alright. So here I'm gonna use this weapon again. Because as I said, when they are really close together, then it's kinda useful. But basically just trying to kill them all. Where's the last guy? Alright. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna refill all this stuff. Can't get into the elevator anyway now. Alright. Here we go. Okay, so you can yeah, you have to kill a couple of enemies here again. There's like 4 of them and they are pretty far away. But the grenade launcher is one hit kill again, so it's still a good choice, even if it's just flying in that kind of arc. Okay. Now coming up is a skip that was found by Tiduva, who did like a couple of runs of this game. Really the only one other than me who did RTA runs of this game. But yeah, he found the skip and it's pretty cool. Like this huge area here, and there's a huge death barrier which prevents you from falling down everywhere. But if you do that close to the elevator, then you can just get across. Also, you might be thinking, did he just cheat? Because I was like walking in the air right there. But there are actually some invisible platforms that you can reveal by shooting on them, but if you know where they are, of course you're not... you don't have to do it. Alright, so here's another skip, which is kind of the same as the last one, and I failed it. But basically, again, we're trying to skip the death barrier here, and actually the gap in the death barrier is a lot smaller this time, so gonna be a bit careful. Ah, okay. Yeah, as you can see, that was already too far. So I'm dying on that invisible death barrier. That was shit. Alright, there we go. So this skips pretty much the entire level, because that was just the end of the level, but the problem is that there's like a thing blocking the last elevator that I have to go into, so What I have to do is backtrack to this cutscene and then go back up again. Even with this backtracking, this saves like 45 seconds, so it's a pretty good skip. And it was only found like very recently, I think a couple of weeks ago, which is pretty nice. Alright, so whenever you suddenly get 999 ammo on everything, you know that the boss fight is up, so that's where we are heading. Wave, 30 seconds of waves and that's it. Oh, of course, like with any boss, well, with most bosses at least, he sends out his small creeps. So we're gonna kill a couple of waves of those. And they also kinda timed in some way. So it's kinda questionable how much time you can really lose or save on this one. But I think it's a lot better than that one Stasis ship that I talked about, where it was literally just a wave, 30 seconds of waves and that's it. Like, this seems to be a bit... Oh yeah, this is the final boss, by the way. If you didn't notice yet. Also yeah, just gonna use this weapon because it's way too good to not use it. And I need the grenade launcher for the final boss, because it's like the best thing you can do. Well, this is probably also faster if you don't have amazing aim with the grenade launcher. Alright, so these are actually the Etherians, and it turns out they were actually our friends, which we didn't quite get because we skipped all the cutscenes, but yeah, they weren't our enemies, and we also weren't killing them, they were just going to stasis. Alright, here's the last boss, and he's pretty straightforward. You pretty much just feed him with grenades and walk around a bit, because all of his things will just miss. But there's one attack that's a bit scary, yeah, which is this one, which can be hard to skip when you don't see the actual projectile. Alright, there we go. And his attacks are pretty powerful, like if you get hit by them, well, maybe not with 200 health, but if you're at 100 health, he might be one-shotting you, so want to make sure to keep moving. And again, just feed him with grenades and he will be happy. I think you have to hit him like 100 times. Alright, there we go. And time's coming up. And time. Alright. So, what do we have? 2 soft locks? I think that's pretty accurate. It's pretty good. Alright, let's like watch this cutscene. It's pretty good. I like it. And then I will be off. 57:45 real time. Yeah, that's pretty shit. Well, we had 2 soft locks, so I guess it's fine. Yeah, nice spoiler. Alright, that is basically the Elite Force in a nutshell. With a couple of good soft locks and all the good chisel.
Welcome to Voyager LCAR's menu system.
Alright, thank you very much for having me. I hope you enjoyed this game as much as I do. Sometimes I hate it. And yeah, I'm off for now. Have fun with the next run. Have fun with the rest of Shots Fired. Thanks for Shadex for doing this, and thanks for all the restreamers who are doing a great job. Alright, I'm out. See ya.